Virtus.pro won it.
Valve released a little teaser as to what the new nuke might look like. It looks hazardous, Dan. It looks hazardous.
Okay.
So we are into the pistol. Do you know what I do on pistols on Cobble, Dan?
When you push 3 players towards the A defense for CT.
That's exactly what I do.
Alright, well Neo's right there. He's going to be able to find 1 kill straight away with Taz's help. And they shut down the push on the side. So A-Long is totally under control. They've got the bomb in hand. And it's Seized and Flamey. You need to go and recover that. How the hell are they going to do that though? There's CTs all over the place. And that bomb is on the opposite side of the map to Flamey. It couldn't really be further away from him at this point.
Look at the massive flank that is to the right of Seized. Unbeknownst to him, Neo is in a very sneaky position indeed. And that is the nature of this map. There are so many nooks and crannies. If you end up in a situation like that very early on, the flanking potential is off the charts on this map. It's off the charts. And it does make the ecos on this map more interesting than others in the sense that when you're the team with weapons, it can make things very difficult for you. Similar to Inferno, but I would say maybe even worse in some ways. I think the potential is there, but we'll have to see as the map develops over time whether or not that will be the way things are. So, Pasha up close with the Mag 7 there, in the crack in the wall. I would have loved to have seen where that smoke was going to go, but Guardian will not throw it on this occasion. So, NaVi creeping over towards the A site at the moment. Nobody towards B. Minute on the clock, and with 1 smoke and 2 flashes, we may see a burst through one of these places very soon. So he's going to take the first frag onto Snacks, and I think Virtus.pro might have realized what's going on. That smoke might be for the connector area, but we'll see if they can even make it onto the site. Taz trying to hold things down at the moment with the MP7. So far, so good here for Virtus.pro. Only 1 player down, 2 for NaVi. Trying to close the distance to NaVi with those pistols, but Virtus.pro still defending well for now.
Guardians can go down now, and they only lost 1 guy, and it got a little bit scary in moments here and there, but they're going to hold on to a good portion of cash, and they got 1 more round to, hopefully more easily for them, build bank, and then get the ops rolling out. And one thing that's really interesting on this map for Virtus.pro is how they tend to use Snacks, because Snacks in the recent month or so, month and a half, 2 months, has started to AWP quite a lot, and they've changed Snacks' roles as to what he used to be doing. And you can see he's on A-Long at the moment, and he often tries to get aggressive there. Now, the meta game is evolving, so that is expected now. So he might have to try to find more creative ways to get frags towards the A side of the map. But at the moment, with just the Glocks, they're already going to lose Edwards on NaVi, so things looking good for Virtus.pro. But oh, Neo could be in for a big spray down, or he could get overwhelmed himself. So he's just going to go down, but here they come onto his position.
It's a greatly timed nade. Estimating when the push is going to come from the T's. Only C's remains. He will fall as well. So no damage done to Virtus.pro on this occasion. Snacks just with a P250. Is he going to pick up the AWP? He could throw it over to Pasha. Could be using it himself, as Dan mentioned. Has been using the AWP recently. Normally, Neo would be the secondary AWPer on Virtus.pro, but on some occasions, here and there, it is Snacks. And maybe Virtus.pro are a team who rotate their in-game leader constantly. And we'll see if this is a decision from one of the players, or if Snacks just feels like, you know what, I want to AWP for a bit.
Yeah, and Zeus is actually already in position to maybe deny any aggression from any CTs on A-Long, and you can see Snacks did indeed just abandon the idea of doing that, and he went to try to AWP over the smoke in middle. So that's the kind of mix-up that I was talking about now that A-Long is not used so much for CT aggression. He's going to try to find those picks towards the, the middle area, but it's not going to happen just yet. NaVi, they're expecting something of this ilk, so they are trying to prepare for it, and it is after 40 seconds that they start now to combine and push in, slowly but surely. And it's going to be on Snacks here on the A site, as well as Neo, who is playing A-Long. He's going to try to pop flash himself in. What's he going to be able to spot here? Actually going to fall back. But they're about to find themselves in the crosshairs of Snacks. There's Flamey down, but there's more where that came from. Neo going to find himself one as well. So going well for Virtus.pro now.
Again, a solid hold. 35 seconds remaining for NaVi. And they have little advantage, little map control. They aren't past really almost any choke points whatsoever towards the A site. And Not seeing much suggestion that they'll make it past one. So C's having a quick peek, but if he pushes up that hill on his own, he may be between a rock and a hard place. So the retreats for NaVi, as they know what their situation is as well as we do. And to push would be suicide in this situation. So they'll try and save the guns, and C's will be the one who's taking a little bit of a risk. In case he gets pushed, he will at least slow them down, force him to check all the corners while his other two teammates are very far away indeed.
So if they don't go for a B rush sort of thing, well, they have to try to work towards A. I mean, these are the kinds of dynamics that you have at play on Cobble, CT's side. You got B, where the CTs is very, very unfavorable to actually push. You may possibly see them try to boost into Skyfall or something, but usually that's not incredibly common because it's quite risky in of itself. So usually just see like strong defense on B for the CTs, and they just hold in their static setups and they just react to the T's coming in. Whereas on the A side of the map, it's a completely different story. You actually have loads of opportunity as the CTs to get little aggressions going and also to have different setups. You could even let them just come up into the A site and just hold on to long. This is something we saw LDLC White doing, and I thought that was quite a cool idea as well. So that's the kind of dynamics you're playing against as the Ts. So in that round, we saw that NaVi put a lot of delay in to try to nullify any early aggressive options from Virtus.pro on the A side, and then they went for the push. But they ran into the AWP of Snacks, and Neo with the smokes and flashes was able to defeat them. So in their mind right now, in Starks' mind, I think the idea is cool to try to break down A and break down the setup with Snacks and Neo. But how are they going to find that? Is it with fast pace? Is it with, what kind of nades are they going to use to do it? Or are they just going to go for a B rushes? Because that doesn't sound like NaVi to me. That sounds more like Envious, like these just crazy rush down style.
Neo has 9 frags so far, with 0 deaths and 2 assists.
Yeah, Neo's this could because again we mentioned before, Snacks is AWPing a lot more, and as you said, Neo used to end up being more of a secondary AWPer. So it does seem to be that they have switched him up in a few different positions. I think on Overpass, I don't think he was always playing towards A, but yesterday he did an insanely good job on A. It was ridiculous. He was just beasting all of Envious by himself, and actually he was getting quite aggressive as well. And Neo used to be a little bit more passive on their side. He wasn't going for all the aggressions. He wasn't supposed to. It's Pasha that does that kind of stuff, right? So, yeah, I think maybe internally they've switched things up a bit with Neo.
If Virtus.pro win all their matches today, then they will finish as the top seed in the group, and pretty much the top seed, full stop. As of course we have 2 North American teams and 1 from Oceania, but Europe being the strongest region, they will theoretically have the #1 seed, full stop. Means that their ride may be smoother than others. So all to play for here. Trades coming in now, 4 versus 4. Still VP with the AWP and Zeus only with the Tech 9, despite his fallen comrade. So he's going to push on his own. Taz completely flashed, but look at this. He's going to have free reign of Guardian's head. Gives a little bit of time to see if he could combine a few more frags, but NaVi in other areas, who will now emerge where that all took place. And Snacks carrying them down one by one. Virtus.pro, this is not looking extremely challenging for them at the moment.
I think they're actually going to put more players towards B now, or go back to a more passive kind of setup where they're expecting a B rush now, because what just happened there was Virtus.pro put 3 players towards A, so they probably read this situation. Hey, NaVi still have a buy. The way that we think NaVi will play is actually towards A. We don't think they're going to rush us really quickly, so we can afford to have 3 players on A towards the start of the round. That's exactly what happened. So Virtus.pro are reading NaVi well. However, the Deeg is coming out, and we saw Havoc wreaked by that Deeg in the hands of Simple previously. Are they going to make this worse for Virtus.pro, or can Virtus.pro keep this damage under control?
Okay, so despite the frag, NaVi still yet to breach the double doors of the underpass area. Snacks trying to get a nice angle, and those doors were reversed actually. It was a very abusive angle you could find near the connector between A and B onto the area where Guardian is, but they reversed the doors to kind of nerf that.
Snacks could be in a little bit of trouble there if he's not looking the right way in the right time. They are looking ready to go up into his face, up for that A push.
That was a very nice peek there. He just jumped up, saw ahead, knows he needs to reposition. Oh, he's going for even more aggression. But hopefully for him, he won't get caught out. Indeed, he will. Guardian with very nice 2 taps. So you've got the opening onto the A site. There's still one player left, that's Taz, who's just waiting, but he's got to get his head ripped off by Zeus. So this could be the first round. NaVi get on the board, they've got a 4v2 situation, and there is an AWP, a juicy AWP for Guardian.
They don't have any armor yet, though, and Guardian hasn't picked up the AWP yet, which is weird.
He has to cross to get there, it's a bit dangerous at the moment.
So this could be salvageable for Virtus.pro, but it's going to be really hard. byali coming in through the doors. Flamey is going to have the peek on him. As Pasha, well, he can try to get some money out of this mag. Now, here's the first man. Zeus going to go down. Good stuff there from Pasha. Going to be able to switch up with the M4. But now, can he kill any weapons? Oh, very important. Can they pick up the... I think they can get the AWP, actually. He won't get the frag onto Seized. AWP, there it is. Okay, Flamey did get the AWP. That would have been huge if he had denied that AWP. But, well, at least Virtus.pro still have a lot of money to play with. But NaVi, they found a round that worked for them. But it was all off the back of that early pick from Edward with the Deeg.
Yeah, that allowed them to get numbers close to those doors. And with the right timing, Guardian got the second important frag onto the site. This was a mid P250. 2 taps to the head of Snacks, who's out of position with the AWP. No one to trade either. So a bit of a horrible situation. Okay. So got a meeting of the minds here. Neo on the angle now. So AWP has switched over. He doesn't find a shot, however. Neo and Pasha actually going for the double AWP here. Trade's coming in for either side, but it's VP with the one-man advantage. Tries to snap on Zeus. Not going to happen, though. 3 versus 3. Still a minute on the clock here for NaVi to make a decision. And the rotation might be a bit difficult for VP now. Only 2 players on the board. If they have to go for a retake here against 3 people, AWP and an M4 might not be the easiest. The bomb, though, has to take the right route and not get caught on the way. So the passage will be safe now towards the B-bomb site. We'll see if Taz and Pasha opt for the retake.
So I think they have a lot of money still, so they can definitely do this. There's no AWP against them, which is nice. The smoke is going to cause lots of issues, though. But Pasha, is there still a gap there for him to use? Oh, not really good enough.
Oh, if they were together, they could boost over it. But it's that's such a strong smoke on this map when you've got the site, because you can just stand behind a door as well, so they try and push.
Pasha's flashing himself in now, and Taz can immediately get rid of that Molotov, so there's no delay. Almost takes down Seized, 10 health on him, and Pasha cannot get it done. So NaVi pick up another round, but I do believe Virtus.pro still have a buy in their hands. It's going to be a rough one. Now, what are they going to choose to do here? Because they aren't going to be able to afford an AWP. Will they get aggressive? Will they just play passively, just change the setup? I mean, they actually just can do that. They can maybe they can even try putting 3 towards A again. I mean, this is a very viable gamble for them too. But there's so many good choke points to work with that I think they have a really solid chance still in this round, even with these I guess, inferior weapons to the AWPs that they would usually want to have. But the push is coming in faster here from NaVi towards B, and I think this is smart actually, just getting it in there quickly together, as they don't want to get picked off earlier on the round. byali and Taz ready though on the B-bomb site. Teammates rotating into the connector area, so this is an interesting one because the bomb's actually down at the moment. They aren't committed, or just they have not decided yet where they're going to go. Just trying to toy around with Virtus.pro and their rotation. Oh no, Snacks gets caught on the jump up, and Neo gets burned down as well. Flamey with the spray, and things are looking terrible here for byali. So they have managed to somehow come out with a 1 versus 4. Very nicely done by NaVi. And Virtus.pro without any money to buy. Hold him to this ult though. Well, maybe not. This will take him out. So 5-3, and this is the kind of thing that I was mentioning. Like both of these teams have pretty strong T rounds on this map.
Yeah, it's nice to see NaVi getting back into the game. They've broken the VP economy, which means they could potentially tie things up here if they continue with their momentum. VP going for 3 smokes, 2 flashes. So I have to see again, like you see the when you see these aggressive CT flashes on Inferno banana area, so P can try and get a few kills. If VP can do a similar thing and pick up a few rifles, then this round could go in either direction, but easier said than done. And he's finding sneaky angles, and Pasha not enough space to bait for his teammates, but Taz and byali going to get 2 frags anyway. byali's got an M4, 3 versus 3 though. This round starting to move quite fast. And we're losing VP plays left and right. Only byali left. He's got a Molotov as well. And if you can just create some 1v1s, if you can get the first guy without taking much damage, then anything can happen. 2v1 now. And we should see a bomb plant from NaVi, but I'm sure Bali will definitely go for this.
The really rough thing for Bjarni is that lack of Kevlar at the moment. He has to just kill them without getting touched, and it's going to be Guardian who will spray him down. So another round there for NaVi, as Virtus.pro can get the buy-in, and they can get the AWPs in if they want to. Bjarni had more than enough cash for that, but it's not even for snacks, not even the glass cannon. They want to be able to have grenades, and a statement with that as well is by saying, hey, we have the variety to our CT side that we don't need to just always use orbs. We can definitely use team play, we can use different setups, and that's what we're going to see. But the fast pace into a long could cause problems. Neo's got to be on point here.
Okay, so Neo going to smoke things off and concentrate his efforts in the underpass area. So he's trying to hold the roles of 2 men at the moment to allow VP to be stronger in other areas. Taz lucky to get away with it with his life there. Only 5 HP remaining on him. That is a common spot which you can just strafe and pre-fire basically. So definitely lucky to still be alive there. Bali going to go for some information and be punished for it by Flamey. He was just waiting for the CTs. Once Taz was forced out of his position, they had no eyes on the drop zone area. And they knew people were in there, but how many? They have no idea. There's a bomb there, they have no idea. He has to push, has to find out the info. Pasha finding some revenge. 4v4, 45 seconds on the clock. The bomb is still in control of NaVi, but again, how much crucial map control do they have at the moment?
Moving slowly towards B now, and things are getting rougher and rougher. Taz went down, Pasha's going to get sandwiched, and Zeus will be able to smoke off towards CT, towards Connector, so there's no real easy entry for the retaking players of Virtus.pro, Snacks and Neo. Now, with the money as it is, they're going to need to eco next rounds. So, oh, that's some nice damage, but there's no way Neo can know that. This is not happening, so just going to go for the save. And NaVi, they're stringing together some really good rounds here, and a lot of these early angels that they're finding are just going their way at the moment. And of course, having AKs makes that situation really nice. And also, it's really hard for Virtus.pro now, even worse, because they don't really have the AWPs to rely upon. Because the AWPs are a really good way of dealing with a situation like that. When the teams are kind of winning those angels against your rifles, just get some AWPs and play some harder angles for the AKs, play some angles where the AWP is really favored. But they don't have that option. They have to play on the same level as NaVi, who now tossed over an AWP to Guardian. I think it should find Guardian in the end, but no, actually Edward's going to be the one rolling with the AWP.
Okay, so that's a bit different and curious. But
Oh,
maybe this is a timing thing. I think Guardian might have been in front of Edward, so maybe for that particular timing it was more prevalent to have an AK. But either way, it's going to be Taz taking down Seized first off. So 5 versus 4 now. Early advantage for Virtus.pro. Again, NaVi still with the control of the bomb. Flamey falling as well. No frags yet for NaVi. This could be a clean sheet for Virtus.pro. Snacks getting 2 sexy frags there. He's going to get out of there, try and stay alive. But in fact, he will be not too far away to finish off Edward. So that's really important because NaVi was building a hell of a lot of money, as you can see. So nice for Virtus.pro to get out of the clean sheet there and have only a few grenades to replenish. 6-5 in favour of the Polish side, taking a lead once again.
Okay, so they have the AWP on Neo now. He's going to go for that timing pick instead. Here he goes. What is he going to find? He's going to find some players really close. Tags Edward. Ooh, Edward just barely missing the headshot there onto Neo. He gets away with his life. Should really count as lucky stars after that one. And yeah, Virtus.pro still waiting for a real push from NaVi. Here comes something. Bjarni's going to spray down Flamey. Spots another one on Skyfall, but he won't spot the drop with the... or I guess he will actually, because he did... Oh no, he didn't drop just yet. There it is. Sees will find Taz. 3 on 4 now. Virtus.pro suffering even more so. Losing players towards A and B. They've got 1 on either site respectively. And in comes Edward. Great spray down there, long range, and Pasha. Oh, this really sucks for Virtus.pro because I don't know how much money they have, but they're going to get reset right now. And Seeds is about to murder Pasha. There he goes.
That flash from Flamey into the drop zone was really bad. Because if you saw the CT, he had enough time to look away from it because he just threw it in there, bounced off a wall, bounced off another wall. There are much better ways to do it. Basically, if you're Flamey standing there facing drop zone, you do a 180 and throw it off the wall behind you, so it bounces into drop zone and pops immediately, and then have a teammate closer to jump in and exploit it straight away. Maybe it's time to make a cobblestone video.
Okay, so we got the majority of NaVi towards B at the moment. Now they'll see what they can get here, and they haven't shown many really, I guess, fast challenges towards B. So this is going to be one of the first times when they just say, hey, we are just going B. There's no complications, no convolution at all. And it's Pasha with the mag. This could get complicated for NaVi. In he goes with that mag. Here it is. Up goes the jump. And another frag for Pasha, 2 with that mag. And now it's an advantage for Virtus.pro, something they've been sorely lacking in recent rounds. But Edward is watchful with that AWP. Guardian's going to be trying to get that plant down. They put the clock onto the CTs as they boost up into Skyfall. So Snacks can have another avenue of attack. They're going for the three-pronged attack here, taking their time about this one. And that bomb is still not down, so they have all the time to play with. And NaVi, what do they do here? They're getting pressured from all sides. Guardian is too paranoid to put the bomb down just yet. Edward gets 2 kills, though. Snacks and Taz fall, and Neo's left. Gonna have to pick up the M4. Gonna roll in now. Finds Edward, finds Guardian. But the shots keep on coming. Who will die first? It's gonna be Neo. 7-6 there for NaVi. It is looking really strong on their T side.
Yes, the trades are real here for both teams, but who is going to come out on top? Winner is unclear yet. Is indeed game of 2 halves. So second last round here in the first half, and we have Virtus.pro reduced to mere pistols after a strong start from them. Again, it's been a familiar tale with the matches we've seen this week, where we've seen an early surge from one team, other team has adjusted, recovered, got back into it, evened things up. We've seen the same thing happen now, and NaVi finally taking the lead to boot. So a mere P2000 here to hold down the A site. Was not sure how long that's going to be effective for, in fact. He will get the first kill into Flamey, so that is a fantastic job so far. With one simple pop flash, he's just holding down the A site to Neo on his own. Snacks coming in for support. They've got a crossfire now onto Guardian, and this is turning into a disaster for NaVi.
What on earth is going on at the moment? Only Edward's left. He's got 9 health, and there's not much he can really do with this. He's got a minute to play with, but he doesn't have the bomb just yet. And Pasha comes in from the back. One quick shot to the head to end it quickly and cleanly, painlessly. But, I mean, Neo, he was standing at the top of CT ramp with the P2000. He got 1 kill just facing a rifler, just tapped him down with the P2000. The pop flash comes in, takes down another one. That is ridiculous. This Neo guy is having so many good games lately, and Virtus.pro are really thanking him, I'm sure.
Yeah, yet more P2000 kills. We've seen a bunch of stock CT pistol kills yesterday as well, and you don't see them that often against a full buy from the opposing force, but here we are. 7-7 now. Nice nade. Going to put Edward down to, well, he's going to follow the traces afterwards and just completely finish him off for the last round. So great great play there. So it's one thing to, you know, spray through smoke, but in most instances it will also reveal your position. So he got sprayed straight back after being naded as well. So that's going to be Edward out for the rest of this half. C soon to follow, taken out by Ali, and I don't know. I don't think that peeking is being done in that area as well as it could be, especially with the flashbangs that NaVi are throwing to boots. Flamey there with a nice sweeping pick with an AK, and it gets another one onto Bialy. So opening up the A site, though Taz has other ideas. Going to take down Guardian and leave Flamey behind. Versus 3, spotted 1 player, but 2 more to find. There's the first one here. If he can find himself one more 1v1, Taz will finish things off here for Virtus.pro. So they will go into the second half with a 1-round lead, possibly expecting a larger lead, Dan, but NaVi did get some nice rounds in the bag as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite surprising how well NaVi were able to actually take T rounds. I think a lot of it was to do with their ability to just slowly take area upon area, and with flashes and good team play, good trading and stuff like that. And in the AKs really helps as well. Like just the one-shot headshot, the one-shot kill, from a headshot is really important in these spots, and it did make the difference a lot of the time on these entries to give them the map control they needed. But we're into the pistol now for the next round. And we have a surge of players through Skyfall. They're going to keep dropping. Zeus is going to hear all of them. Gets the first one onto Neo. That's a really great shot there from Zeus. He's going to keep himself alive and now claim the bomb for NaVi. They are kicking things off excellently. It's just Pasha left. And he's dead. He be dead.
3 of the NaVi players, Guardian, Edward, Flamey, untouched in their armor. They'll get the cheap helmets. The $350, and Guardian is 2 for 9, as Dan just pointed out to me on the screen. So, bet you're feeling good about the Edward pick now.
Indeed.
Because he's 7 to 12. Lol.
Yeah. I like it. Edward's a safe pick on maps where the AWP can get weird. Whoa! Snacks. Be cool, man. Be cool.
Something about Counter-Strike, or I don't know what, just makes a lot of teams knife their teammates. So this week we've seen so much of it as well, but we will not harp on about that for too long. So Virtus.pro going for the smoke rather than the flash into the connector area. So they just completely denied vision and rendered somewhat useless. Going to have to force the rotation to another place, but I'm sure they'll expect it as part of their strat. First kill though going from Edward to Pasha. Trades. 3 versus 3 as we've got a Virtus.pro emerging onto the site. Going to try and plant the bomb, but there's a CT in the back hut. Tagged heavily is Flamey. 12 HP left, but he's still got an M4. That was Bali. If he can take down Flamey here, we'll see. Does Flamey peek, or does he play for the trade with Seized peeking? Difficult situation for the opposing team.
I mean, the bomb needs to go down, so Bjarni has to eventually play for that. And the one-on-one, Seized will actually win that, but it was a little bit too close for comfort. Down to 16 health. So no money here for Virtus.pro. NaVi going to be able to roll onto the AWPs quite quickly, and I would imagine that Guardian is going to start padding out his stats a little bit, get off that 3 kills that he has now, and get up to something a little bit more respectable. But but yeah, so just the standard full save now. They can't really do anything else other than that. So it's just about trying to get some damage or find a way for a fast plant. That's more or less it. 2 frags is always nice. It's about like $10,000 worth of damage to rebuy, assuming no nades are used. And Zeus is going to come in. He actually gets tagged down massively. Zeus is down to 8 health here. Flamey's going to come in to support. Can Flamey control the situation? He will be able to. So they are going to stop this push up at CT ramp. So that's really well done. And they only lost Guardian too, so that's an acceptable loss. And now we move into the buy of Virtus.pro.
Alright, so we'll see what they have to offer and what NaVi can do to defend. Edward looking to potentially continue with the MP7 here. Indeed he will, so we'll have to keep an eye on how that goes. And again, let's look at Edward and C specifically and see what roles they play on the CT side of this map. So you can see Edward playing over towards B, and C's in a connected area with here to support Guardian.
They're really on a massive gun disadvantage here. There's a FAMAS and an MP7 and 3 M4A1S against 5 AKs. So this is quite a dangerous round from that perspective. And the nades are running out fairly rapidly here for NaVi. If Virtus.pro can force out some more grenades, they're going to have a really strong push here. But Zeus will lock down the Skyfall area, so the lurker and Snacks is gone.
NaVi trying to still figure out what's going on. Of course, they haven't seen the bomb. You can see them completely spread out across the map, almost with even distance. But it's going to be the 2-pronged assault onto the A site through long and through the underpass. But all the frags going the way of NaVi so far. Neo going to open on Zeus, but there's only 2 plays left here for Virtus.pro versus the 4 of NaVi. Guardian having a quick peek, doesn't need to re-peek anytime soon, but he can throw a flash over the wall. He'll go for the peek, and Taz, though, will finish him off. So 30 seconds on the clock, 1 man disadvantage now. Now things have been squared up, but only for a split second. C's falling, and Flamey taking down Taz. The bomb on the floor as well. And Neo, no choice but to run back and pick it up. Almost catches Flamey without a gun in his hand, but just a little bit too late there. And with a lot of damage taken, that will be another round in favor of NaVi. So 3-round lead here, heading towards that 16. And if Virtus.pro were to lose this, I think the best they could do is tie with first place on points, and then I'm not sure who would end up going through as top seed to Faceit land.
Guess it's a head-to-head, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, well, they want to get themselves into B. They got some nades, they got some pistols. So maybe they can scrap together a play. Well, the rotation is actually going to be quite fast from A. Playing the doors is, I do believe it is Faceit, I think? No, I guess it's Guardian and he's playing the doors. So rotation can be quick, but how quick can the pistolers be onto the B bomb side itself? They're going to get shut down, completely eliminated very quickly. 12 to 8 now the score, so NaVi holding on well there. Going to keep building that bank. I wonder if they'll bring in an auto sniper on Edward or something.
I haven't seen Edward rocking an auto sniper for a while. I think we've seen someone else using it recently on their team.
It's really good on this map too, so
It's always fun when Edward's got it in his hands.
but this could be the way that Virtus.pro decide to get onto the board here. They got Pasha looking for some picks. They have the rest of the teammates kind of setting up towards the B side, just to hold some basic map control. That's more or less what this is. It's just, let's just get all the map control that we can get, just so that NaVi can feel our presence more or less everywhere, and then just keep them in the dark, and that will keep them in the dark as long as possible. It does look that they have repositioned 3 players towards the A side of the map here, so and the bomb is now going there as well, so that's 4 players towards A. So they are going to be looking for the advantage there. Now Pasha is scoped in, trying to see what he can get done, but the threat of having CTs close to these door angles inside are always very, very prevalent. Lots of teams play people in those positions. They have no way of knowing just yet that NaVi are playing really far back and that they have not really anyone in A at all at the moment.
Okay, so Virtus.pro looking for a safety numbers push here through the underpass. Bit of team flashing going on. Neo could have to be delayed in his push up towards long. Not sure if Cease can hear him from that distance, but I think he might have an inkling now as to what is going on, at least to some degree. He's got his teammates playing very far back on the A site, possibly to try and slow VP down for a potential push. While his teammates rotate, we've got Zeus heading over now to help his teammates, but can he get there in time as Cease has fallen to Neo? Guardian with a revenge frag from the balcony area. With a boost, you can see all the way into long from there. Snacks is holding a nice angle, getting the first frag, finding a second one onto Zeus as well. Only Edward remains here, so Virtus.pro with a chance to catch up. Planting the bomb with a few seconds to go, and Edward has given up on this round.
Yeah, not much you can do now. What's the money like for NaVi? They got to have a lot of money left, right? So, yeah, they got loads of cash to splash in the bank. Although, if you add 1,400 to what they have now, that's what they're going to get on this round. So, yeah, they're going to be able to drop easily. Things will be fine. But Virtus.pro, they're going to need to do what NaVi did and win a couple more in a row to really break NaVi and get more rounds on the go. And that means basically they'll pretty much be tied up. If they can do what NaVi did to them on the reverse side, they'll basically be tied in this map. So that's what they have to do. Now, will they be able to do it? They've got to run into a few more buys, and will NaVi mix it up? There's lots of things that they haven't really tried. They haven't done much in the way of aggression just yet. Guardian himself has been not really super active. He's just been holding passively angles towards the A side of things. This round as well, he's going to be rifling too, so the orb's not even going to come into play. They're going to rely on a setup together, 2 of them, towards the A-long area. So, yeah, NaVi just being very reactive on their CT side.
Okay, so VP with double AWPs. Will that make it easier or harder for them to take a site here again? We saw it on both sides. Caesar with an aggressive position actually towards A. But we've seen it on both sides where it's taken them a while to get significant real estate, especially towards A, going through the underpass, a scary prospect for both teams. So currently we've got 4 Virtus.pro players hanging around outside the double doors. And once again, it's Snacks looking in the underpass, sorry, the drop zone, with an AWP on this occasion. So just got to hold an angle there. But he's going to move at the wrong time, not find ahead of Zeus. In fact, Zeus will find ahead of Snacks. But is he running the distraction? Doesn't seem that way, as 3 of his teammates now have rotated over towards the bomb site after spending so much time just the outside double doors. Edward cleaning up with a cameo appearance from Seized, taking down Neo. And NaVi closed within 3 rounds of taking this map.
I was just going to say that Virtus.pro couldn't afford to lose that round because, well, we can see already the situation in the economy for them. They can go for the buy, but it's going to be fairly scrappy, as you can now see Galil and Peter 50 with no nades ready on Pasha or Neo. So when they lose this one after just full buying, they're going to have 1,900 in the bank. So then they have to eco and then they're going to have still a pretty poor buy. So they're going to go for a fast play, it would seem. Now, they need to bring something together here. They've got to get some big results. The trades are going to be favorable for the Poles as they march on in, but now they've got to deal with Flamey. He makes his appearance there from the top of CT ramp, spraying them down. It's just one man left standing. He's got 9 points of health. Neo is going to try to do the impossible against two players who are in position, and the wallbang will find him from Zeus. So 14-9, no buy for Virtus.pro. And even, again, after this round, unless they get the bomb down, it's just going to be AKs and limited amount of nades. So this is Virtus.pro close to losing this one now.
Yes, they will need 6 rounds in a row should they not prove successful in this one. And they haven't gone in for the full buy, or the force buy, as Dan mentioned. Only a smoke and a flashbang and a few pistols here and there. Now it's Flamey with the auto sniper for the NaVi side. Whereabouts is Flamey playing with that? He's playing deep in the B bomb site, so he's going to hold an angle, waiting for a potential rush. And Russians come in, and they are going to find a dink on him anyway. So I'm not sure if he did all the damage he was expecting there, but he will have slowed things down, allowed his teammate to get a very important plan. Well, I mean, they're killing him, killing Flamey did. So Snacks trying to do what he can. Oh, Caesar was low, but he couldn't find a frag onto him. Didn't find a rifle either. We'll see if NaVi choose to pick up the auto.
That's quite sad that Flamey only got one there. That was kind of like the perfect situation to have an auto sniper. But sometimes it's not as easy to use as other times. And 15-9.
I think he was flashed at the beginning as well. So he had to look away, which delayed the blat then.
Blat blat. Okay, so 15-9, 15-9. They're just one away now. Match point there for NaVi. And they do have a pretty good buy, to be honest. Both teams do, thanks to that plant and all the extra damage on the kills. Virtus.pro and NaVi both have big buys. It is going to be Edward on the AWP. There he is, towards the hut area at the back of the B bomb site. Are they going to go just for a straight-up B push? There's Neo creeping through the smoke there. I don't know if Edward will be able to spot him just yet, but that nade might illuminate matters somewhat. I think he was a little bit too far away to get shown behind the smoke, but
yeah, there is a bug where if you throw a nade into a smoke, you might get a silhouette of a player who's in it. I'm not sure if it's dependent on your graphics card or what, but it is a common issue at the moment. So first frag goes in the way of NaVi. Going to use that smoke to try and slow things down here towards the B bomb site. You can see Pasha trying to get a pick through the smoke, but he'll get an AWP by Edward once again on the big green gun as opposed to Guardian.
Snacks in with an equalizing kill though, or well, he's trying to get it to be an equalizing point. It's 2 players, the difference now between these two sides, and it's just down to Taz now as he gets eliminated. NaVi with an excellent showing on Cobble, 16-9, able to win a couple of those really key rounds where Virtus.pro were beginning